We should not be panicking. That's the optimistic answer. The pessimistic answer is we should just give up on this team entirely. We shouldn't care how they do. We should just give up on them because of how they've played, not just this year, but last year. Except for the supporter shield, yeah, they won the supporter shield, but then they choked in the first round to New England. Of course, they would choke to Boston, by the way, a team that plays at Gillette. Um, but with the exception of 2019, they haven't had any good years. And let's just talk about this season alone. Joseph Martinez completely deserved that red card in the NYCFC game. This team has had one good half this entire season, and it was in CONCACAF, which we all know we aren't going to win. Every year, and the Americans, at the best, the American team usually gets to the final and then loses dramatically in the final. So, we can pool our resources and try to get to the final and win the final. I don't know what the bracket looks like right now. I know the Union could face Portland in the next round. Or they could face, I forget what the name of the team is. It's I'm not a big fan of the Mexican league, Liga MX. As much as I am some of the overseas leagues and then the MLS itself. But Portland and I don't know the name of this team. They're basically their second leg is tomorrow. Our second leg against Atlanta is tonight. There are 3 teams from Liga MX still in it. It's probably going to wind up being Cruz Azul and Monterrey in the other semifinal. Maybe the Union will get to the semifinal. I wouldn't put it past them to lose this next round, or to lose this round. Even though they're up 3-0 right now, I would not be surprised if they lost 4-0 tonight. So yeah, they've had one good half this entire season. And that was the second half against Atlanta. And as I've been saying for years, this all falls on Jim Curtin. All of this falls on Jim Curtin. I know a lot of people that are Union fans are kind of casuals, so they don't really see the problems, but anybody that's been here before 2018, and even during the early stages of 2018, don't remember how bad this team was, and what the storylines were before this, because it was always the Union getting to a big stage, and then losing, or getting in a position where they could make something happen and then losing. And by the way, can we talk about the banner that they hung up? My lord, they could not have made a bigger deal over something as meaningless as a supporter shield. I mean, this isn't the EPL. You don't win any. You are not the champions for winning the regular season. They basically pulled what the Nashville Predators pulled. They hung up a huge banner. The Predators, a couple years ago, for those that don't know, hung up 3 banners after losing in, I think, the second or first round of the playoffs. They won the President's Trophy, and then they didn't really go anywhere in the playoffs. And they hung up 3 banners the next season. And everyone made fun of them. And that's what this reminded me of. They hung up a huge banner that showed that they won the Supporters' Shield. It's like, really? Really? That's just a joke. I mean, all that space that they're taking up just shows that they don't expect to win anything for a while. If they expected to win something, they would have left a little space up there, but this thing is huge. It takes up pretty much the whole left side of the wall where the scoreboard is. And, people that still defend Jim Curtin, they've only seen the supporter shield. They're kind of casual fans, or they're fans that have jumped on in recent years. And it's fine to be a casual fan, but why? Just stop talking about this team like you know anything about them, okay? They Jim Curtin is the Jason Garrett of the MLS. And the fans that defend Jim Curtin are the Dallas Cowboys fans that were fans the first season where Jason Garrett won Coach of the Year. And, basically all Jim Curtin does is stand there on the sideline, expressionless, while his team refuses to win games that are of any importance to the team. So I wouldn't be surprised this season if the Union missed the playoffs. They have looked absolutely terrible to start this season. I don't see them getting any better, even after CONCACAF ends. They have one more game until August now. And after this is all through, I still don't think they're going to win anything.